All right, it's a lazy day for me. So I sat up and watched ESPN. And on ESPN today, they were featuring a Duke University player named Chris Laettner. Now, I grew up watching basketball games all of my life, but it was high school basketball because my dad was a coach. However, I wasn't into college basketball. These are days where I wish I could call my dad and ask him about this because I know my dad watched basketball of all kinds. Anyways, interesting story about Chris Laettner. And they interviewed him, so footage and clips of him while he was at Duke University. They interviewed his former coach, players he played with and against. And it's interesting because the premise of the whole interview was how much Chris Laettner is hated or was hated. You know, he's 6'11", tall, good looking, and was a tough player. Kind of had a I don't care attitude, brash, I guess they called it. And had a super duper fan base when he was at Duke University. Girls falling over him all the time and their boyfriends being upset because they were the girlfriends were in love with him. But he was like, I'm about basketball. I'm going to play my game. So he was hated, you know. And to this day, there's like this hatred of Chris Laettner. There's even these t-shirts that they were showing, I still hate Chris Laettner. Now Chris Laettner's 48, I'm 50, so we're about the same age. And like I said, I didn't watch Duke basketball at the time, so I'm not familiar with his games, but they showed clips. And he was good, outstanding player. During the 4 years that he was at Duke, he got to the Final Four all 4 years, and they won 2 championships back to back. So he was very successful, but it's interesting in interviewing him as an adult now, he was saying how he values, his family, spouse, children, coaches, but as far as people beyond that, he can't take what they say or feel beyond a grain of salt, because what they say and feel about him is not important. And I was thinking how true that is kind of in real life for regular people. Maybe not as well known, me, everyday folks, because we'll run into people that may or may not like us for one reason or another. But you know what? It's okay and it's cool. The people that really know us, our family, our real friends, they're the ones that count. And they're the ones that we value. And they're the ones whose thoughts about us that we should value. And anyone else that's hating, don't worry about them, So I thought it was real interesting to learn about Chris Laettner and the haters and the non-haters. And he said he realizes like there's, for all the people that's out there, like 99% that talk, supposedly hating, it's like, it's cool. And then there's like maybe this 1% that's really over the top, but it's the importance of having those boundaries and realizing, who's important in life, what the people who are important in life say, valuing those and dismissing those that aren't. Go Chris Laettner.